analysis of our last match, where I flew these 3 T-65s, did pretty terribly.
They were tricked right out, and we actually kind of did this to prove how horrible T-65s were. I ran
Just not worth their cost.
3 large ships.
Yep.
2 JumpMasters and the Aggie, and they weren't really all that tricked out. They were kind of slim builds.
What was your point cost on each of the JumpMasters?
The JumpMaster, each JumpMaster with their upgrades cost 31 points.
So that's already cheaper than Wes with the upgrades I had on him.
Horrible. Horrible squadron point comparison.
Yep.
Like the T-65s, the only way you can make them viable is if you fly one of them, or you fly 4. Maybe.
4 cheapies.
4 cheapies.
And even then, it's probably not worth it, because for 3 more points, the T-70 gets you another green move, your Talon roll, a much more hit points,
yeah,
a tech slot.
like wow. For 3 extra points, you get all that extra stuff.
You get 4 more things.
So why would you even fly the T-65?
I don't know. I'm not going to anymore.
Like there's very few and far in between where you're going to utilize a T-65.
Yep.
Wedge is awesome. He has such a great pilot ability, but he's in a shitty ship.
Yeah, he's a fantastic pilot. He may as well be flying the fucking Titanic, though.
Yeah.
Because he's going to go down as soon as you look at him.
He's going to hit that iceberg hard and
so hard.
Yeah.
The only thing that could possibly keep them alive longer is integrated Astromech. It's going to give them 1 more round, and they'll lose their whatever Astromech they had.
Yeah, so let's compare a T-65 at 25 points. You could field what?
4.
Well, you could field.
I could field 4 rookie pilots at pilot skill 2 at 21 points apiece. I would have enough to put an R2 Astromech on each. That puts them up to 22. That leaves me 3 points to put other upgrades on them. You put integrated Astromech.
That costs
and maybe
what,
you
0?
swap one, and maybe swap one out for a slightly higher pilot skill guy like Biggs.
Maybe, or you put plasma torpedoes on all 4.
No, you can only afford plasma torpedoes on 1.
On one of them. Well, that's what I'm saying. You could do the aggro.
You do 21 each with a plasma torpedo each, with nothing else on them. They're going to blow up as soon
and it would be a waste. It would be a waste. And the sad thing is, I would put a blank 25-point scout up against a 25-point T-65 any day.
If we were to take Hobbie at 25 points and the scout at 25 points, the scout would school him.
Probably. The scout has a primary turret, but it's only a primary 2.
Yep.
Hobbie only has agility 2. The scout only has agility 2, but the scout has 4 more health.
Yep.
And the scout can barrel roll, and he can S-turn, a white S-turn. So I would say that the scout could out-arc and outmaneuver the T-65 and keep an out-of-arc while still shooting with his turret.
When you compare the 2 dials, the JumpMaster has by far the superior dial.
So just that alone, because
many
of the
more
dial,
green moves, even though they're all bank left or turn left, and all on his left side. It is left, right?
Yeah, they only have.
Yeah, they're NASCAR, right? Yeah, turn left.
They only have. They have 1 S turn to the right. And then their K turn.
They got a K turn to the left.
K turn 4. Well, they have an S turn to the left, which is a white. So right away, I would put money on the scout. So pound for pound, the T-65 sucks ass compared to the Scout. Now, most things suck ass compared to the JumpMaster in pound
Currently,
for
the
pound.
JumpMaster is the best point efficiency in the game, hands down.
Could you imagine flying 4 JumpMasters with nothing on them?
Yes, and I'd school somebody.
Yeah, I think they would do well.
That would be 36 hit points.
36. My God, that's crazy. With 2 agility.
2 agility and turrets.
And turrets. And crazy dial.
So
with
I think
barrel roll.
I think that one guy that was like, "Oh yeah, there should be turrets in the game." He's right. Right now, he's right. If you're not flying turrets, you're gonna die.
Yeah, I mean,
love
Iggy's still work pretty good because they have a good dial. They have a good dial. They have enough upgrade slots.
They got tons of upgrade slots. They have great abilities. His I shoot and then I shoot again.
Yeah,
What the hell,
that worked
man?
really good.
Yeah.
Even though it was why are you shooting a
Oh, I knew why.
a tractor beam on a
I
ship with
knew
3
why.
dice primary? It's like, because of what I just did.
Yeah.
Because I barrel rolled them onto crap and got better shots off with my other 2 buddies.
Yeah.
So
I really think that what we have found is that the T-65 is in desperate need of some love. I would love to see, there's the Imperial Veterans set coming out. Please, give us some Rebel Veterans. Veterans of the Rebellion.
yeah,
Please.
a T-65, and a lot of people are saying
Give me a 3-point
An E-wing.
reduction and take away my Proton Torpedo slot. I would be okay with that. Give me a 3-point reduction and take away my torpedo slot.
yeah, sort of like a charge and refit for the T-65.
Exactly.
But it has to be a 3-point reduction if you're going to do that.
Hell, give it 4.
Yeah.
Make people actually want to fly them again.
Yeah. 3-point reduction, that would put the cheapest pilot at 18. It would be then viable. You could put 5 of them in the field.
Yep.
With a little bit
more
of juice.
Expensive than, say, a base interceptor.
Yeah. And there you go. The interceptor has a better dial, but the T-65 has a couple of shields.
Yeah.
So,
But
way too expensive at 21 points.
yeah, yeah, far too expensive. Now, what I could have done instead is probably stripped all of the stuff off this and done either Wes or Wedge with Hobbie and a couple of red novices or red.
What are the
Rookie
cheap
pilot.
the cheap rookie pilot?
I keep wanting to call them red novices because I keep thinking of T-70s.
Yeah.
There's a list I've been seeing some guys fly with 4 Blue Squadron novices with, I think it's integrated Astromech and R2 Astromech, which makes them 25 each. And they're awesome. It's a great list once you know how to fly it.
Well, again, they outmatch. Their dials are better. They have an extra shield. They have boost.
Yeah,
So
the
for
T-65
3 extra
has
points.
been really, unfortunately, kind of just left in the dust. And it makes me extremely sad because this game, like the namesake of this game, is a ship that no one flies.
Yeah, except for specific pilots for their specific pilot ability, like Biggs.
I love the look of the X-Wing. I think it looks like a great ship. I mean, this is the one from the GR-75. I think it's a fantastic looking ship.
It's a great model.
I'm never going to fly it again. I'm going to take it home.
It's sad.
It's going to go into the china cabinet, and it's going to look out at me looking sad because I'm never going to touch a T-65 again.
Unless there's some love down the road.
Unless the Fantasy Flight decides that they're going to give it some love, there's no point anymore to flying the T-65.
Yeah, I feel like I wasted my money buying 2 T-65s.
I own 4.
Yeah,
I know that.
I own 4 because I got 2 core sets.
Yeah.
And then bought 2 standalone T-65s. So I just feel like I've wasted my money.
I guess
on
technically I own 5 because now I own this one.
Yeah.
So-
Wow. Wow, you can't even field them all.
I can't even field them all, right? Like,
that's sad.
I hate you, FFG. I hate you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Again, if people are wondering if the JumpMaster is worth the money, yes.
Buy 2.
Buy
Seriously, buy 2. And you will not be disappointed. If you're even halfway into Scum, buy 2 and watch them tear your opponents apart like they're made of tissue paper.
You know what? And not just for their ordinance, like the ship
Manaru.
itself. The ship itself is fantastic ship. Oh my god.
Manaru as a pilot with the JumpMaster is astounding.
Yeah, actually, Manaru. People underestimate him. Slinging his tokens off onto another ship is huge.
Yep.
It actually works really good. I've seen it half a dozen times in various sorts of builds, and he works. Manaru works really well.
Yep.
Most people use the contracted scout just to get as cheap as possible.
Yep.
Manaru is only a little. Not even. Only a couple. I think he's 3 points more.
But he gets that amazing pilot skill, and he's a 5 or a 6.
4.
4, which is still plenty.
Yeah.
Still plenty.
And he has all the specials that the
and that ability to move all your tokens,
including red
target
lock tokens.
Oh, look at that! You can't actually shoot your ordnance at that guy because now he's out of arc.
Yeah.
Because I moved the token way the fark over there.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
It works.
I think
not only that, the JumpMaster has a lot of awesome cards that it comes with. It comes with 2 guidance chips.
Yep.
It comes with a bunch of other stuff that is very useful. It's so worth it's one of the best, in my opinion. I think it's the second best expansion ship that Fantasy Flight has put out. I think the best expansion they've ever put out was the Most Wanted.
Oh, best bang for the buck. Period.
Best bang for the buck. If you don't have the Most Wanted, go buy it. You're not going to be...
Caveat, go buy a fire spray first. Go buy a Hawk first. And go buy at least 1 Y-Wing.
Yeah.
Then buy the Most Wanted set. And suddenly all of those ships have amazing Scum counterparts.
Yeah, now all of a sudden you can easily field a powerful 100-point Scum squadron.
Yep. My favorite ship still on Scum side, I mean, I love the toilet seat because it's such a great economy of points, but my favorite ship on Scum side is still the Scum Fire Sprays.
Yeah, they're solid. The fire sprays are
ship.
still solid.
Kath is probably one of my favorite pilots. I still really enjoy Scum Boba Fett because if he gets in people's faces, he gets tons of rerolls.
And the Scum Fire Spray has an illicit.
Yes.
So
slots.
it actually makes them even better than their Imperial counterpoint because you can put more stuff on them.
Yeah. Now, there are some cards in the new Veterans of the Resistance set, or Heroes of the Resistance set, I think it is. Yeah, Heroes, right?
Heroes of the Resistance.
Heroes of the Resistance that I think are going to add a little punch to the X-Wing, but I don't think they're going to be enough to bring it back. It's not going to come back into competitive play.
Really? What are those cards?
I think one of them is the prototype thruster that I have seen but haven't been able to read the full description of.
Okay.
And I think it is going to either add a boost or add some more green maneuvers. And hopefully it won't be T-70 only. Hopefully it'll just say X-Wing only. In which case, hopefully we'll be able to put it on some of these guys to give them a little buff. Now, knowing my luck, it'll turn into a tech card and I'll never be able to use it on these guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on, Fantasy Flight. Give the T-65 some love. Do something. Give it. You're giving the Defender some huge love coming up here.
Holy crap.
I mean, you're reducing the Defender's cost by 2. and giving it a free evade if it does a 3, 4, 5 speed maneuver. Like, holy crap! We're going to see defenders all over the place. They're going to so outclass. Like, for 28 points, they are going to outclass almost everything.
Yep. Well, in their
28 point cost. Right.
Yep.
So, what else is 28 points for a cheap pilot?
Nothing.
E-wings.
No. Their E-wing cheap pilots are how much?
I don't know. How much are E-wing cheap pilots?
Well, let's have a look. E-wing 27 for a Nave Squadron pilot at pilot skill 1. They get a system upgrade, torpedo, and an Astromech, and have focus, target lock, barrel roll, and evade.
The Defender will outclass it.
Yes, it will.
At 28 points, with a free evade when you do a 3, 4, or 5 speed maneuver, it will outclass it.
Yeah. This is going to be pretty. Pretty doom.
Yeah, the new expansion coming out, the Imperial Veterans is going to change a lot of stuff. Defenders are going to obviously come back. Bombers are going to come back too. There's some upgrades to bombers that are going to turn them into potentially turn a bomber into a shuttle, a support ship.
Yep.
With way better maneuverability than the shuttle.
Way better.
Yeah, because they got K-turn
and double crew slots.
And yeah, you're not going to be able to put Palpatine on there, and you're not. I don't think Vader either. How much is Vader? Is he 5 or 4? 5, so you can't put Vader on.
Yeah.
And you can't put Palp, but you can put pretty much everyone else on.
Vader and Palps, no, who cares? You put frickin' recon spec and something to buff everybody.
Yeah, system tech.
There you go, systems tech. And everybody gets focuses, or is it focus?
It's the not the recon spec. No, you give him the systems technician, I think it's called.
He's the one that is taking action.
And then the other one that the systems is you do a green maneuver and you sling a target lock to somebody.
Oh, so you take and the weapons engineer that gets double target locks.
Yeah, or the other guy that you, as an action, you sling 2 focus to your buddy for a stress.
Oh, a single stress to put 2 focus out.
Yeah, that's huge too.
That's going to be huge.
So you're going to do a green maneuver, you sling a target lock, and then your action will be to take a stress to sling 2 focus. That's good support.
Yep.
And they've got a good enough dial to shed the stress, and they can K-turn and stuff.
Yep. The Y-Wings got lots of love. The A-Wing got lots of love. They're still competitive.
The A-Wings are actually right up there.
E-Wing is still in use.
Yeah.
A lot.
I mean, the Y-Wings always been used. They have too much upgrade slots.
That BTLA-4 and the A3.
All the turrets.
R5A3.
All the different turrets you can put on it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
8 health. Yeah, it's only got 1 agility, but it's got a good dial.
Yep.
For a tank, it's got a good dial. They're not slow. They're not like B-wings.
No, not at all.
They're way faster.
Quite fast.
They're way better dial than a B-wing.
3 shield, 2 hull.
Yeah.
So they got sort of the same hull strength as an A-wing, but more shields. Not quite as fast because they don't have that 5K turn, but they do have a 4 and a 3K turn, and a plenty good dial otherwise.
Yeah.
5 green maneuvers.
I don't see them going out of the meta anytime soon.
They're not going away.
And you know what? The IG-88 is still holding its own.
IG-88 is still.
He's
still worth his. That IG-88B was worth every single 38 points that you had there.
Yeah, even though I didn't do do a lot of damage with him, but I kind of did.
He was tanky control is what he was.
Yeah, tanky control.
And you used him to maneuver my guys into place so you could blow them up.
Yeah, exactly. Because the reason I did that is because the third ship that I was running with my U-boats was either a Hawk or a Y-wing, and I would do better damage with the scouts, but a lot of times with double ordnance on them, I wasn't actually getting off both ordnance before one of them would get blown up.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, I was
almost
wasting a little bit of points.
Having double ordnance on.
Now, recon spec is awesome. Unfortunately, I didn't have the points because I wanted to put an IG.
Oh, to get your double focus on
to get double focus. Because the recon spec with the R4 Agromech on the contracted scouts, even if that's the only thing you put on them, they will be competitive.
Yep.
They will be super competitive.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I shoot. Oh, I whiffled. I'll spend a focus. I get a target lock. Boom, I re-roll with the target lock. Oh, I still got a focus left for defense. Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. The T65, bottom line, T65 out of the meta for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, even
if you're thinking about going to buy one, don't. If you're thinking about going to buy the base set, buy it for the TIE fighters, don't buy it for the X-Wing.
And even then, there's the only thing you're getting out of the core set is R2-D2.
Yep.
A couple of TIE fighters, and Luke Skywalker on the T-65.
Luke, I think, is still the only T-65 pilot halfway worth his salt, and even he is overpriced.
Even he is overpriced. All the T-65 pilots are overpriced.
Yeah.
By 3 points.
At least.
In my opinion, 3 points.
Least. If I could have put some sort of title on here to fill my torpedo slot, for example, for 3 points, I probably honestly would have dropped one of these two and ended up having...
You could end up with 5 T-65s.
I could do it.
But right now, as it stands, that's impossible.
No.
The best you can field is 4 T-65s. They're overpriced. I would put 4 JumpMasters up against 4 T-65s any day.
Oh, and you'd school it.
Yeah, those T-65s.
You'd beat them like a redheaded stepchild.
Yeah. I mean, of course, dice can play a big part in a game. That we all know dice can fail. But I would put my money on the 4 toilet seats up against 4 T-65s any day.
Yep, hands down.
Yeah, without any upgrades on the toilet seats. Their maneuver dial, their actions, their health, their agility. They've got a primary turret.
Yep.
Solid.
So, this Thursday, we're going to be down at Curious 2 again. I will actually be flying my very first Epic game down at Curious. I recently purchased the GR75, as you can tell by my fancy white X-Wing there, which I'll probably never fly again now.
Well, if you ever fly just one T-65, you might as well just fly that one.
Yeah.
The special paint job.
Exactly, right? And so I've been putting together a 300-point list based around a GR75. It's got 12 other ships right now to go with it.
Nice.
So hopefully I've got a little bit of oomph there. But I'll be playing against Brennan, who already has a bunch of experience flying epic lists and has a crazy epic list involving the Raider, the Imperial Raider, which honestly has me quaking in my boots a bit. I am reasonably certain he's just going to mop the floor with me for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I would agree. I think you're going to epic flail, like
Yep.
you named your.
So the list I've been working on, I got it up to 296 points, so I got a little bit of leeway to sort of fudge things a bit. I've been calling it Epic Flail because I probably will just sort of be like blah, 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 and pull a Zoidberg and completely whiffle.
Yeah, I'm expecting that too.
Yep.
just because you're up against somebody who's flown epic lists multiple times now.
And has a pretty solid
And has
his own list, which makes it bad for me.
Yeah.
So I think going forward, I'm going to concentrate on my Scum lists again for Tuesday. Next week, I'm going to try something a little different. It's going to be another Rebel list, but I'm going to be flying, in this case, a pair of 2400s and a Y-Wing. And you'll see what I'm going for next week. Hopefully it will be worth its salt, and I won't fly it like a crazy man.
I think it sounds really solid.
It's going to have 28 hit points, so that'll be good.
I think it has a huge potential to take out my ghost list.
Possibly, because it's pretty good on the action denial aspect of it by using the stress spot Y-Wing to stack stress.
Yeah.
And then I pair that with Aiden Vril, pretty bare bone Aiden Vril, who gets extra attack dice when he's shooting somebody that has stress.
Yeah.
And then pair that, finish that off with a Wild Space Fringer with an HLC and Tactician.
Yeah, I think
he just hangs back and pounds things with the HLC while Aiden and the stress bot focus down somebody, the one target.
The only reason I didn't fly my Kanan build is because we wanted to show how the U-boats stack up against T-65. Bare bones U-boats. Well, I mean, they're
pretty bare.
They're sort of bare.
These are very meta U-boats still.
Yeah, they're
Deadeye, R4, plasma torpedo, guidance chips. That is like the bare U-boat meta.
Yeah, and we did some really stacked, awesome build T-65s. I think they were all fantastic builds, but
I tried my best to really give them as much economy as possible.
I love Hobbie, but he never triggered off.
Wedge's ability triggered up a little bit, which worked out well.
Yeah, actually, Wedge did good.
Wes did okay until he K-turned, and then I didn't realize the order of operations, and I wasn't able to barrel roll, and it put him right into harm's way.
Yeah.
If I'd been able to barrel roll, I'd been out just a little bit further, and I may have survived.
I mean,
probably not, but
I mean the sad thing about the T-65 is it's 2 agility with 5 health.
2 agility and not a good enough dial yet.
Yeah.
When you compare, I mean, I've been reading online. People are like, "Oh, you're just flying the T-65 wrong. You need to get somebody on your tail and then have somebody else come in beside him." Or from in front, and so you're crossing each other, and the guy coming through kills the guy on the other guy's tail.
Well,
I'm like, sure, that's a great idea, but while you're bringing the other guy around, the first guy blows up.
Yeah, and try and do that against JumpMasters. Good freaking luck.
Yeah, exactly. With their crazy dial.
Yeah, how are you going to do that? And against large ships too, it's harder to squeeze a large ship between.
Very much so.
And so I didn't fly the Ghost tonight because we wanted to show how destroyed T-65s have become, how out of play they are now.
Oh, they're so out of the meta now.
The new ships compared to the old ships, even with as much love as we could give the T-65s,
it's not enough.
It is not enough.
They're like an adopted child that you just can't give enough love to now.
Yeah, it actually makes me kind of cry inside because they are the iconic ship of the game.
I mean,
and they're useless.
Look at that. That is a gorgeous ship. It's just beautiful. It just screams, "I want to kill you" in space.
But instead in the game, it's "I'm going to die."
All you hear is "Allah Akbar."
Yeah. They kamikaze, and that's about it.
Yep.
That's all they're good for now.
Yep. So, long story short, T-65 needs a buff. Toilet Seed needs a debuff.
It needs a debuff.
And
what?
Iggy needs to just go away. So.
Yeah. No, I love Iggy. Iggy's still solid.
The Aggressor's a great ship. I honestly need to...
Even with nothing on them, like bare bones. Oh, you know what? I never triggered off Wired because I was never I never actually was stressed.
Never stressed.
Until, well, there was one time I was, but
you never needed it.
I never.
Nobody was in ARC, I don't think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So again, I forgot about my wired, but whatever.
It is what it is. So next week we'll have something different, and we'll give you guys some analysis on that as well. I think the week after that, I'm going to go back to flying Scum again for a while. I got some Scum builds I want to try. I got one I call Ladies' Night that is Kath, Scarlet, and Lats Razzie supporting each other with another little Z95 hanging out. I think that list has some potential as well. It's pretty tanky because you got 2 nice big ships.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
So this Thursday, we're going to be at Curious 2, like he was saying. He's going to be flying an epic list.
Yep.
I'm going to be there with my Kanan
Your Ghost
Chewie build.
Chewie Kanan.
So if anyone wants to show up and try and conquer that list,
please do.
Please do.
Right now it is a solid beast that people are having trouble kicking.
Yeah, it's 1-5 straight. Even up against some really solid lists. And
Michael's list last week.
People were like, "Oh my god, that is a frustrating list to play against."
Michael was so frustrated last week. Yeah. So, all right. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave comments down in the doobly-doo. We will see you next week with something completely different.
Buy a JumpMaster. Don't buy a T65.
Keep your stick on the ice.